I have no work, no money, no food. I have to sell my daughter, he says. I have no other choice.
Zimbabwe has seen a significant rise in teenage pregnancies since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Saya menikah di usia 15. Orang sukses tapi mau dia apa? Jadi begini.
Have you ever seen a minor like a 12 or 15-year-old kid already have a baby? What do you think about it? Do you think it will be a good solution for the family or the other way around? I'm Halim from 12th century and today I will share my thoughts on child marriage. Yes, child marriage. Who doesn't know about child marriage? Well, fortunately, if you didn't know about this, I will tell you what it is. So, child marriage is defined as the marriage of a girl or a boy before the age of 18 and refers to both formal marriage and informal unions, in which children under the age of 18 live with a partner as if married. And this day has already happened in most countries, including Indonesia. Child marriage is most common among girls in West and Central Africa, where nearly 4 out of 10 young women marry before the age of 18. The lower level is found in Eastern and Southern Africa, around 32%, South Asia 28%, Latin America and the Caribbean 21%. And how about among the boys? The risks and the consequences they have to take are not the same as the girls due to their biological and social differences. But still, both of them must take on adult responsibilities for which they may not be prepared. Globally, 150 million boys and men were married before age 18. Countries are geographically diverse and differ from the countries in which this practice is most common among girls. Child marriage is a prevalent and a serious problem in Indonesia. According to the 2018 Socioeconomic National Survey, or SUZANAS, 1 out of every 9 girls between the age of 20 and 24 gets married before the age of 18. And its absolute number is around 1.2 million, indicating the 8th highest number of child marriage in the world. Following years of pressure from advocacy groups, Indonesia's parliament revised its national laws last year to increase the legal age a girl can marry. The amendment to the Marriage Act raised the legal age of marriage for girls to 19 years old, which is in line with the legal age for boys, with parental permission, while the legal age for men and women to marry without parental consent is 21. Previously, the legal age of marriage for girls was 16 years old. This is certainly a welcome move from the Indonesian parliament. The government has even set a target to reduce the ratio of childbirths to 8.7% of all marriages by 2023, from the current 11.2%. Now, with the coronavirus pandemic, which has severely affected livelihoods, girls from poor families burdened by the added economic shocks could be at risk of child marriage. World Vision, an international children's charity, stated that 4 million girls are at risk of child marriage in the next 2 years as a result of COVID-19. So what are the factors and reasons behind this? Why do families want their children to have an early marriage? What I said before must be a key for this question. Yes, it's about poverty. The reasons, among other things, are that parents want to release the economic burden, safety factors, and fear of unintended pregnancy. Traditions and security also become the reasons for child marriage. Poverty is the reason most commonly cited by girls and family members as the driving decisions to marry young. Childbirths are considered beautiful and pure, which requires less of dowry than an older girl. who will require a more expensive dowry. In countries where the groom's family pays the bride a price, parents in difficult circumstances may marry off their daughters as a source of income. It can be seen as a strategy for short-term financial security, often taking place in exchange for goods or resources that support the survival of other family members. Societal pressure within a community can also lead families to marry off their young daughters. Families describe societal pressure to have their daughters married to prevent them from having a romantic or sexual relationship before marriage. For example, someone who had experienced this was Winnie. Actually, it's not her real name. She had to get married because of a powerful earthquake in central Sulawesi that destroyed her school and buildings. She had often spent her time with her boyfriend while staying in a refugee camp, and she got pregnant. She decided to get married and drop out of school. Some of you might know what the effects of child marriage are, right? As I stated before, child marriage is a serious problem and early pregnancy is the most dangerous cause. Girls married early are more likely to experience violence, abuse, and forced sexual relations due to unequal power relations. Furthermore, they are more vulnerable to sexually transmitted infections, including HIV. Child marriage can also lead to school dropouts or girls being excluded. Some of them might think this is the best choice for them, but the others might say it's not. Actually, I'm afraid to say that I disagree with how people think that marrying at an early age could save them from the economic burdens. Because what if the girls are not ready to face the consequences? I feel sorry for them, especially for those young girls who have to lose their childhood. Besides, look at the effects caused by the child marriage. Isn't that terrifying? And what about children that have to leave their educations? And it should be their obligation. There are other better ways than marrying off their children to help the family, especially for those who are underage. And imagine having a baby at a young age, facing a lot of adult measures, losing your childhood, lack of education, dropouts from school, and facing domestic violence or family violence. I can't even imagine how hard life must be for them to live. So what is the best solution to reduce the practice of child marriage? Is it laws? Of course, laws prohibiting child marriage need to be enacted, strengthened, and enforced. But only laws? No. Laws only will not end the child marriage. Fundamentally, gender equality must be advanced. When educating daughters is considered as worthwhile as educating sons. When communities where both men and women give equal weight to the future potential of girls and boys, there is less motivation to engage in child marriage. Empowering girls is a crucial step to end child marriage. Every girl has the right to decide their own future, and because of this action, many girls will be able to stand up and say no to injustice like child marriage. Providing families with livelihood opportunities like microfinance loans is an effective way to prevent child marriage that occur as a result of financial need. When families have increased economic opportunities, they are less likely to perceive their daughters as economic burdens. That's all I want to share about the child marriage and my thoughts on it. Sadly, I'm sorry to tell you this that our journey must end here. Thank you so much for watching this video and stay with me until now. I hope this video can help you to understand about the child marriage. See you next time. Bye bye.